Hi everyone, thank you very much for your interest in my research work that I'm presenting today at this international conference about instructors as a key motivational factor for foreign language learning, a case study of college students learning Mandarin Chinese. As human beings, throughout our lives, we are conditioned by a set of goals that we want to achieve and that is driven by forces or blind impulses. What leads us, therefore, to reach our goals is motivation. According to the dictionary of the Royal Spanish Academy, the term motivation is defined as a set of internal or external factors that partly determine the action of a person. This definition can be associated with the desire or wish of an individual to achieve goals or successes of his or her interest. According to Krashen, second knowledge acquisition would only be possible if the acquirer achieves comprehensible input, the reception input of which depends on the decrease in affective filter resistance, which would have to be low enough to allow the input to enter. In consequence, if the affective filter is less resistant and the comprehensive input adequately presented and understood, acquisition will be inevitable. Motivation in this regard is a positive affective factor which helps to reduce the resistance and consequently enables the satisfactory processing of the input, in our case, the adequate comprehension of the foreign language, which is essential to achieve the latter communication output. In an educational context, teachers are an interpersonal factor that has a key influence on students' motivation. In this respect, the effectiveness of teaching tasks depends on the dedication, enthusiasm, and orientation guidelines applied to the tasks carried out inside the classroom. An educational curriculum based on the social-emotional education model always seeks a balance between academic performance and social harmony. According to Viola Oates, in broad terms, all conflicts that arise in the classroom are due to the deficient development of social-emotional competencies, such as lack of self-control, lack of motivation, aggressiveness, and lack of consideration or respect. In brief, when working on motivation, instructors must bear in mind that at the beginning this is connected to control, and that later on, gradually, the dynamics of self-motivation must be worked on together with the student. It is therefore necessary to work with and promote self-motivation on the part of the students. It is the role or responsibility of the teachers to ensure that learners are not discouraged by difficulties and that they always strive to have a positive attitude and the strength to overcome obstacles. As for the field work we carried out for our research, a group of 26 students from the Bachelor of Modern Languages with a major in Mandarin Chinese participated. The model questionnaire consisted of 3 parts, 6 questions to determine the profile descriptive variables of the survey students and 25 questions or items to find out the degree of motivational qualities of the instructors according to the opinion of the survey students. The questions were based on 3 criteria: personal qualities of the instructors, their teaching techniques that they used, and their level of language proficiency. In addition, answers were measured on a scale of 4. 1, not at all; 2, a little; 3, quite a lot; and 4, a lot. And 3 additional questions according to the results. Firstly, with regard to the personal qualities of the teachers, we have identified 3 items that we consider to be the most representative. These are: the teacher knows how to treat the student and his or her behavior in class is pleasant. Item 3. The teacher is cheerful, friendly, and cordial with the student, item 23, and the instructor has always tried to create a relaxed and pleasant atmosphere in the classroom, item 24. For item 3, 74.1% of students say they are very satisfied, 18.5% are fairly satisfied, and 3.7% are not very satisfied. Similarly, for item 23, 63% were very satisfied, 29.6% fairly satisfied, and 3.7% not very satisfied. Finally, for item 23, 37% of respondents were very satisfied, 25.9% fairly satisfied, 29.6% not very satisfied, and 3.7% not at all satisfied. Secondly, with regard to the teaching techniques used by the teachers, we identified three most representative items, which are as follows. Degree of satisfaction with the teaching techniques used by the teachers. Item 2, degree of satisfaction with the clarity of explanation given by the teachers. Item 9, and degree of satisfaction with the learning contents. Item 12. For item 2, 40.7% of students say they are very satisfied, 40.7% are quite satisfied, and 14.8% are not very satisfied. For item 9, 48.1% of the participants were very satisfied, 44.4% were quite satisfied, and 3.7% were not very satisfied. Finally, with regard to item 12, 48.1% say they were very satisfied, 33.3% were quite satisfied, and 14.8% were not very satisfied. And lastly, with regard to the teacher's knowledge of the language she teaches, we decided to extract three items that we consider significant for the analysis. Degree of satisfaction with teacher's knowledge of the subject she teaches. Item 5. Degree of satisfaction with the teacher's correct pronunciation. Item 6. And degree of satisfaction with the fluency of the teacher's command of the language. Item 7. With regard to item 5, 51.9% of students say they are very satisfied, 33.3% are quite satisfied, and 11.1% are not very satisfied. For item 6, 25.9% of participants were very satisfied, 40.7% were very satisfied, 18.5% were not very satisfied, and 11.1% were not very satisfied. Finally, regarding item 7, 33.3% are very satisfied, 44.7% are quite satisfied, and 18.5% were not very satisfied. To sum up our study, based on the various insights provided in the theoretical framework section, we have seen how research, especially in the last 2 decades, has shown that motivational factors are equally important as cognitive aspects in the process of learning a foreign language, and that it is the complementarity of the two that ensures that the process is efficient and effective. Moreover, according to the data analyzed, it has been shown that the motivational qualities of the teachers play a key role in the learning process of university students studying Chinese. On the one hand, the students' satisfaction learning with their respective instructors is positive because the way they are treated is respectful and caring, which makes them feel more comfortable in their learning environment. On the other hand, the reason also has to do with the different teaching strategies adapted to the needs of the students, the integration of new technologies in the different complementary activities, and most importantly, the promotion of interactive activities that help students to communicate orally in the Chinese language. Thank you very much for your attention.